Hi guys, welcome to Karen's Corner. Look at this, my Deliberate Dylusion Journal is full, guys. It's full. I made 51 pages in here. I had so much fun making these pages. So this was my Deliberate Dylusion playlist, my Deliberate Dylusion videos. I made 51 of them and I deliberately only used dilutions. That's why I call it Deliberate Dylusions. I must confess that sometimes it was really hard to think of something new when you always use the same paint and the same spray and the same stuff over and over again. But look at it, I did quite okay. Sometimes I used a little bit of something else, usually just something out of a magazine or some dots. And the rest was all dilutions. So I'm not sure if I'm going to do that again, although I have another one of these inserts. I got one from Lisa a long time ago, and I do like how big this is, how small it is actually. It is a weird size and I really love working with it. So I might just go on with the series, but then just call it Dylusions and More or something. I still need a name for that. So if you know of a name, I would love to know. So I think I cleaned a jelly plate thing in here, and I already have one page. And I cleaned some more stuff in here. So this is gonna be lots of dilutions, but not just only dilutions. If I want to use something else with it, it's okay. But with this one, I really wanted to use, if I could, only dilutions. So Deliberate Dylusions. Okay, so let's do a flip through of the book, the journal that I filled these last months actually. So this one I did, I think together with the one I showed you just now, I did 2 pages. And I'm going to try to tell you what I did, but it's really hard because it's been ages and I really need to put down a date. So over here I know this was in 2018, it's Halloween, so okay. But I have no idea when I made this. So guys, help me to remember in the new one that I just every now and then put down a date. So I have no idea when I started this. I think in 2017 maybe, or maybe a year ago, 51. I didn't make one every week, so oh well, anyway, it must have been last year, 2018. Anyways, I made this cutie. I think I used my Dylusions Shimmer Sprays for maybe one of the first times, so I did spray it on and let it drip a bit. And then I went over it with some stencils and this cute kitty. I think I printed this one out because it's so big. Oh no, this is a stamp. I do have the big stamps, but I also have, later on I bought, like I did on the last page, these little die cuts. Oh, spoilers. So I think this one was printed out, or it was one of my stamps. I don't know. Anyway, cute kitty. So the next page, oh, I bought this set. I really thought it was a fun set, even though these two don't really look that happy. I don't really like it when faces are looking very sad. I just like faces that smile. So over here I did use Shimmer Spray again. I used pink background, so pink paint, Dylusion paint of course, and I just went over it with Shimmer Spray, but I cleaned a stencil on here. I already had the stencil cleaned, like I just showed you in the other one. So sometimes I just use the background and just clean it, and then you have a background page, just like this one. So, or this one. And you just need to use it, incorporate it in your pages, which I really find a challenge. It's really nice to do. So over here, this was a bit Shimmer Spray. So I took my Shimmer Spray and just, I think I sprayed it on something else. And sometimes you have just drops left over. No, I think I did this with a paintbrush. And just, with Shimmer Spray, took it up with a paintbrush and splattered it over here. I don't really know. You need to check out the video to know how I did that. But I really do like the effect. So you see the shimmer, I must have done it with a pencil, what do you call it? My gosh, what do you call this? A brush. Sometimes it can be hard. I think I went over it with a brush, so I think I made a little puddle of Shimmer Spray and then went over it, and also did this for the little specks, but I really love it. I love the Shimmer Spray, but guys, I really do. This page, again, I used lots and lots of water, and I love this underwater effect. So I used the normal sprays and then just huge splatters. I just wet my fingers and I splat it. And then you get these things. If you let them dry long enough, they take out a lot of the pigment. And then you have this really weird underwater scene. So I also did some shimmer spray on here. I just bought that when I made this. So I used it a lot. But I do like it. It's a bit, you know, they are dots and that looks a bit like underwater. This is also a dilution stamp. I think they always look like little eyes, really creepy. But over here it's more like a water plant. Same goes for this. And then I made these fishies and I think I tried to bleach them a bit, which didn't work. You didn't really see it, so I traced it with a paint pen and now you have ghost fishies. I really like this page. I love these underwater scenes. So, oh, I think I also sprayed it first and then just, you know, folded it double and then you have it on both sides. Really nice. This is totally different. So I wanted to try out some of my paints and see if I could make a bit of, well, like this. It didn't quite work out the way I wanted it. It's a bit more streaky than I wanted it to be, but oh well, it's really nice. It's a bit of a autumn page, and of course I used some dots because I love lots of dots. Life without dreams would be just a life. And what this has to do with it, it's a circle with a crown. Maybe it's a sun. I don't know, but it just looks nice. Oh, this one, guys. Yeah. I thought, let's just use this stencil. I just bought that stencil at that moment. And use orange and blue. I love that combination. And then go over it with my paint pen. But it turned out to be a bit more bright than I imagined. So it was really hard to tone it down. Then I just put these on and I just only colored the outlines. I think that was one of the first times I did that. And I really didn't like it, so I stamped some black leaves. And still, it's a page, when you open it you think, whoa, okay. But it was fun. This I like way better. So this is just with a background and then you go over it with a stencil, also with paint. And then some of these little squares and stuff I just trace with a pen. So over here I did everything, but over here I just left out some of them. And I just put some paint underneath here. I bought these die cuts, which I absolutely love because they're just so weird. And I had a new set with dots and arrows and I thought, what do I do with those? Well, this and this. Really nice. And I didn't know what quote to use, so I had insert quote here. Thought that was fun. So then we have this really creepy Halloween page. It says, well, I just think this is so creepy. So this lovely lady, she has a very different body, of course, but I just cut off her head and put it on this is a crab. It's also, here is its eyes. These eyes were on top of this little animal. I just cut them off and put them over here. This is a octopus, but it looks more like a zombie. I really think this is an awesome page. So I did use I think this is the Tim Holtz spiderweb thing, because I didn't have that from Dylusions, so I used some other stuff, but mostly Dylusions, and of course some glitters. Oh, this one I really liked. Again, I thought I want to use some umbrellas and, you know, these weird things. And this is one of the die cuts of people, and I gave it a head of a kitty. But I wanted to have rain, and I wanted it to be shimmery, and it really worked. Look at it, it's shimmery rain. So I made a background with sprays, and this I made with, I have no idea, maybe a stamp. Looks a bit like a stamp, or I might have just, again with my, did this, but I really made them like this. I think it's a stamp. Again, I need to check the video because I don't know anymore. But it is Shimmer Spray, and I really like this one. Okay, what's this? Oh, yeah. Oh, guys, I wanted to change this before I showed you. I've been meaning to do that, and I'm gonna do it now. Just a second. Okay, I took out this and took out this. Wasn't this one? Yes, it was. Okay, when I made this page, I have no idea exactly how I made this. I think I did it with my finger, so I made some blue and pink stuff, background with ink. dilution paint, I mean. And then I went over it with white paint and just smudged it a bit. And lots of stencils and stuff. And I really love this quote. Dear Santa, apparently when I'm bad, I'm really good at it. Do I still qualify? So then I made this tree. And I just wanted to put something on top. Again, guys, lots and lots of dots. Look at it. And I was thinking, shall I use this thing or shall I use this? So this is a really shimmery snowflake, I think. And I was really doubting, shall I do this one? Shall I do this one? Nah, I'm gonna do this one. Or shall I do this one? And now I'm really thinking, or was it this one? Oh my gosh. Or was it this one? I don't know. No, it wasn't this one. Okay. So, in the end, I decided to use a little flower. But ever since I did that and the video was finished, and I thought, I should have done the other one. And loads of you said, you should have done the other one. So I've been meaning to see if I could still get this off. Can I? I can, but also a huge part of the Christmas tree. Oh my gosh, this is finished and I'm still ruining the page. Oh my goodness, let's just see if I can still glue it on. Because ever since I got loads and loads of comments from you saying you should have put the other one on, I thought, you know what, they are right. It's way better if I put the other one on here. So that's what I'm gonna do now. And if you, please don't say, you should have put the flower. I really like the flower. I thought this was too big, but this is a flower and this is more like a snowflake, more a Christmas thing. So here it goes. Yeah, I think it's a bit big, but I do really like it. It fits better with the theme. I thought it would be too big, so that's why I put the little flower on there, but I really, really like it. So, hope you like it too. Let me know in the comments down below. Do you like it, or do you say, oh, you should have put the little flower on there? That is a fun page. This page was really fun to make. I just took one of my daubers. I have loads of these, and I just, you know, put it down and twisted it around a little. And then I made this background. There might have been a few on here because I cleaned some of them from the previous pages. I don't know anymore. And then I just threw some circles and put these cuties in. And I only outlined it, and then I just put a little bit of color in here. And apparently I smudged it. Stable is a place where horses live. Just a fun page. And again, my border, guys. I love this border. This I painted in with, if you don't know, if you haven't seen any of these, when I want to paint something, want to color something in, I usually use these. These are just water brushes, and then let me just take the orange one. I get my dilution spray. This is squeezed orange. I just open this thing, I open the bottle, and with a pipette I take some out and put it in here. So in here is just 100% dilution spray. And I use it to color with, which is really nice to do. So I did color these, but these little edges, I can't do that with a brush like this. So those I do with alcohol markers or whatever I have on hand. So, but it's really fun. This I colored with those brushes. And this one, I'm not sure if I used a jelly plate on this or whatever. I think I did. But did I use, I think I did use dilution paints, because this is my Deliberate Dylusion Journal. So I think I used dilution paints and I put this on a jelly plate and just made this print. And then of course you have a kitty butterfly, because why not? And it says, I have absolutely no desire to fit in. I love Diane's quotes so much. And of course, guys, dots. But look at this, no border. But that's because the kitty needs to fly. This one was really fun. I have one of these in both my journals. I have the other one, of course. I tried it out and I was filming, and actually I think that was the first time that it didn't record, or I misplaced the footage or whatever. I couldn't show you how I made the beginning. So made this and used sprays on here and used sprays on here. Did I use shimmer spray? Just a little, yeah, just a little, whoa, a lot. I used some shimmer spray on here. And I wanted to show you So it's also in this journal, in about the middle. If I here it is. So I wanted to make this page, and I lost the footage of how I made this. So I thought, you know what, let's just do it again. So I made it again, and the colors are a bit different. So then, when I was working in this book, I had these pages with this background, and that was it. So I thought, you know what, let's just fill it up. So I went over it with my paint pen, and again, I don't really like the Dylusion pink paint pen. It's just not white enough. Maybe yes, I did wait a long time with this, because I made this a while, maybe 2 or 3 months before I finished it. So yeah, maybe I don't do it right, I'm not sure, but Diane seems to make it work. I can't. So this one says, please come again when you can't stay so long. And this person says, ugh, people. I didn't mean to offend you, that was just a bonus. And this one says, I was going to give you a nasty look, but I see you already have one. I love these quotes. So I used some washi tape. It's one of the first times I used some washi tape. Lots of dots, of course. And I just filled these pages up with lots of cute die cuts. I think it was fun. This one looks like my nephew, guys. 100%. If you know him, you say, huh, that's Jan. That's my nephew. So on this page I had cleaned a stencil, and it was quite dark, and I thought, what do I do with it? So then I just went over it also with, I cleaned some of my daubers again on this page. So I had a page with lots of dark green, and I used some daubers. So what do you do with a page like that? Well, I found this cute guy in a catalog that has costumes in it for cosplay and stuff. So this is, yeah, a weird fellow. I thought he would look really nice over here. And I made these dark leaves and some flowers over here and gave it some grass to stand on. And now it looks like, you know, he's in a forest, standing there being very, look at me. Well, looking like my nephew. And it says, I didn't get to be this fabulous overnight. I like it. Oh, I did use it twice. Probably I made this one and made some other ones, and then this page has been here for a long time and I didn't know what to do with it. So I had no idea I already used this quote on the next page. I think I made this page before this one. I just now see this, so I had no idea. I didn't get to be this fabulous overnight. And I used it again over here. But look how fabulous they are. So this is Shimmer Spray background, and then I just went over it with a stencil, I think with some paint or so. And I colored this in, and again, some dots. So look at these. So these are these creepy eyes, but when you color them, they're really fun. So they're not creepy eyes. So you can use them the way you like. Did I use them in my... I didn't even use them over here. Maybe this year I can use them for Halloween. I think they're creepy eyes. Okay, so then this one. Oh, this was really fun to make as well. This was also one of those pages, again with the same dark green. I think I used the same stencil. I cleaned it on 2 pages. And I just didn't know what to do with it. So this was one of my final, well, one of the later pages that I made. I just didn't know what to do with it. And then suddenly, when I bought the set with the giraffe and the elephant and the unicorn and the zebra, I think, I thought this will be really nice to, because there were squares on here. You don't see it anymore. Here you can see it a little bit. These were squares, green squares. So I did spray a lot over it, and then they just started to, I reactivated the dilution spray because it was... Well, let me start over. I used to clean a stencil with dilution spray on here. So there were green, dark green squares over here, and over here you had the negative. And I thought, let's just use it. I thought it would be nice to use it with a giraffe and have these giraffe spots. And this looks a bit like that too, but also bricks because she's sitting on here. And this is just from a magazine. I thought it was really nice, and these are the first chat back stickers, big chat back stickers. I don't know if that's the name. See me nodding off, it's because you're still talking. This is just such a weird page. It's one of my first times trying to put a stamp together with a person. So I have used die cuts and stuff in here, like this and this, but I have not used any bits out of magazines. So I wanted to try that, and I think it worked really nice. So I was so happy with that I wanted to do this one as well. She looks a bit like, what's her name, Claire from Modern Family. So this is from a German catalog, and these were the same persons. And I just put them over here, and I started doodling on their clothes. And this background is a stencil, just a white. So I didn't color the background. I just put the stencil on here and went over it with paint. So the background is still white. You can still see the lines of the notebook. And I just thought it was fun. This one says, in my experience, I'm right. And I think they're twins. This one says, to save time, let's just assume I'm never wrong. So they'll probably have lots of fights. But then I have those hearts behind them, so... Really fun pages. Oh, this one, it says, well, what it says now, this is just silly. I wanted to make something and I had no idea what, and it was raining, I think, that day, and I thought, I saw these boots on one of my stamping sets, my dilution sets, and I thought I want to do something with the boots. So then I just thought I could make a robe of boots, but that was a bit, So I just put them in the umbrella, and they're rain boots, and so I made it rain a bit, and I put some on the ceiling. And I just wrote, now this is just silly. So it's just a silly page, guys. And of course, Shimmer Spray. I love Shimmer Spray. This one I think looks like Taylor Swift. I just made an underwater page again, and I put some of the dilution sprays over here and really make it wet and let it drip down. So it must have gone over to this side. Yeah, over here. Oh well. So I made an underwater page, and I really love these pages. And here the creepy eyes are just water plants. So I put her on here because I thought it needs something, and I put her on here, and that just didn't make any sense. So then I gave her a little helmet, and I made it, I used, what's it called, glossy accents to make this really nice, but now it sometimes sticks on to the other side, but it's okay. So she's got a helmet on, so she can breathe. It's just weird. And it's got lots of dots, but you hardly see them. But they are there. Then over here, yeah, I had loads of these left. I had used a lot of them, but I knew I only had a few more pages to go. And I thought, you know, I want to use up these die cuts. I hope she's got new ones, because these I've had for a while. And yeah, I just thought, you know what, let's just make a pile of people. And that's what I did. And then I thought this was a really nice quote to go with it. You think with all your multiple personalities, at least one would be likable. Now this is the kind of humor we use in our family, because I have a handicap, and like now I have a shoulder injury, because why not? We all have weird stuff, and we have loads of disabled people in the family, let's just say that, and we always have something. So we make loads of jokes about those things. There's lots of autism in the family. Turns out my husband has Asperger, is that how you call it? And my daughter turned out to have autism. She's 27, so we found out when she was 26. We've only known it for half a year. So there are lots of mental issues and health issues. I think this one belongs over there, by the way. It must have fallen off. Because one of you remarked that it's not really nice to do a quote like this. People who really have multiple personalities, difficult word, won't like this. And you know what, she's right a bit. I don't know who said that, but I like this because that's just our kind of humor. Because if there would be someone with multiple personalities in my family, we would make a joke like this. So, but that's what I choose to do. That's what we choose to do. We joke a lot about our disabilities. But this is something that that Ranger made. I mean, it's a Diane quote, and it's an awesome quote, but it's something that has been mass produced, and yeah, I can understand that being a bit weird. So a lot of talking about this, but it's never meant to hurt anyone. This is just the humor that we have ourselves, and yeah. But it's still a very fun way to get rid of all those leftover die cuts. So yes. And over here I used another one. So I'm starting to do stuff like this. Use a bottle and then some stuff from die cuts. And some dots, of course, and make a really weird bottle lady. This is really weird. So he says, I don't know how to put this nicely, so I won't. And it's lots of shimmer spray and lots of dots, all kinds of circles and dots and dots and dots. I love my dots, guys. This is a really nice page. I just love this. And I found this really fun to do. So I'm gonna do stuff like this more often. But I'm just starting to learn how to do this. So then I thought I can do this as well. I can give this cute little lady an elephant head. Why not? And I really like it. And because of the quote, my two favorite hobbies are eating and complaining I'm fat. So I put a really skinny body with a creepy skinny legs and an elephant head on top of it. So I thought that would be really fun. And this was the first time I tried out to put some washi tape on here and just doodle around it. Well, doodle, just put a border around it. And I really, really like it. So I think I did it again somewhere. Is this the first time I've used it? Oh, I've used that in a different journal. I really like it and I want to do it more. Actually, I wanted to do it on the last page, but I forgot. So I didn't do it. But isn't this awesome? I just love this. I love the pink, by the way. So then, of course, I needed to use the unicorn. And again, I tried out to use a bottle. And then I put a unicorn head on it. And some feet from, I think, a doggy from one of the die cuts. And I used a part of the hair as a tail. Being an adult is too complicated. Time to be a unicorn. It had to be this quote, of course. So over here, this is made with paint. Dilution paint, of course. And over here I did a stencil. And here some stamps and a bit of glitter. Because it is a unicorn, so I used a bit of glitter. And guys, I only have 2 more pages to show you. But my battery is flashing. Of course it is. So it is a deliberate dilution video. And everything, there's always something that goes wrong. So that's this. Well, it's still recording. So I'm gonna change the battery and I'll get back to you. Okay guys, a new battery. Well, that should be enough for the final few pages. So I really like doing stuff like this, so I want to do it more. It's really fun. So this is again also starting to be dilutions with not only dilutions, using some other stuff. So it's not deliberate dilutions anymore. Just a bit. And then this cutie. Isn't she gorgeous? So I really wanted to make the shimmer spray drop down, you know, just drip down. So I made it very, very wet, but it didn't drip down as much as I liked. And now the pages was so wet that it started to, yeah, I don't know how you say that, but it's got relief now. It's got structure because the page just broke a bit. Maybe you can say it like that. It can't withstand that much water. Over here you have a nice drip. That's really nice. These pages are made to use for a planner. So this book is just a planner book. It's not made to use... They are sturdy pages, but they are not made to use with water. Lots of water and lots of sprays. It's not an art journal. It's a planner. But I do love the fact that these are cute little inserts and I just love working on this. But sometimes the sprays can be just a bit too much for the page. But well, the effect was nice. So there's loads of shimmer over here. And look at it. It's still, there's just so much shimmer that it still rubs off on your finger. It's never too late to make things worse. So oh, I thought I used it again. No, this was page number 50, guys. And I thought the quote would be really nice. It's never too late to make things worse, because I am very good at, you know, at the end of the page saying, yeah, I'm just gonna add this or I'm gonna add that. And sometimes it makes it way worse. But most of the time, in the end, it's okay. So, favorite colors, of course, favorite border. And I just love this one. And I colored it in again, I think, I'm not sure, it's not been that long, but I think with brushes and also maybe a bit of alcohol marker. And then the final page that you saw me make last week. So I asked you what shall I do, and Tammy, I think, said you should use these two colors, orange and pink, bubblegum pink, and I liked yellow with it, so I made these colors and used lots of dots because that's what Kimberly told me. So this is really a Karin Dylusion page, so lovely bright colors and some stenciling over it, and then some die cuts and some stamping and lots of dots, of course. So because it's the final page, I say please come again when you can't stay so long. And that was it, guys. So that is my, where is it? Oh, over here. That is my journal. So I have also done a flip through of this one. If I can find it, because it's been a while, I'm gonna link it at the end of this video, so you can see the flip through of this one. But it might be a bit hard to find for me, but I'll try. And otherwise check out my Deliberate Dylusion playlist. Maybe I can find it over there. I don't even know how that works. Anyway, look at it. It's finished. I love it. I love the way this looks. Look at all the colors, guys. Look at all the colors that are inside. Oh my gosh. So let me know, what would you do? I think I already know. I'm gonna start another one. So there's another one of these covers that I really like. It's a bit older already. I'm not sure if she's gonna make new ones, but it's with a face on it. And I really love this cover. I can make one myself, of course, but I just love these. So I think I'm gonna make another one of these bulky books. But then not just Deliberate Dylusions, but just Dylusions and more. Is that a really nice playlist title? Let me know, because I'm gonna start with page number 1 again. And make 50 or 51. I don't know how I get to 51. Maybe I made a page that I just made one page and one thing over here. So it turned out to be 51. So I'm gonna make a new one. That was it for today, guys. I hope you liked the video. If you did, you know I would love a thumbs up, and I would love it if you subscribe and hit that notification bell so YouTube can find my videos to notify you. And it was really fun making this, and oh, I love it that it's so bulky. And I like the fact that it's finished. It took me a long time, 51 videos, but it's finished. So this is actually video 52 of my Deliberate Dylusion series. And that's it for now. So all that's left to say is, groetjes from Holland, greetings from Holland. Bye.